Hello, Swivelheads. It's Greg Allison coming to you on 11 December, excuse me, 11 September 22. It's 9/11. Oh my gosh. Let's pray that we don't have anything crazy happen on this date. But guys, there is a lot of stuff going on in Europe right now. The Russians are actually in retreat, it seems. And so we'll have to cover that. I'm going to update my screen here while I'm waiting for some people come in the room. It's really, really late. So I have been up for 23 and a half hours, by the way. So I don't want to go really late tonight. I don't want to do a 3-hour video. All right, Ali Crad, Frazioli, how y'all doing? Fazioli, not Frazzy. Hardnet Farms, Ramdra. Folks are coming in. Very good. Let me do an update on this screen over here so I can watch you chat over here too. So I'm about to go over here and do a bunch of screen sharing and moving around. Get that. So just getting set up and prepped, guys. If you've not watched my videos before and you want to know what's going on here tonight, we're about to talk about some recent news that's going to be of somewhat import. So here we go. I'm going to do a screen share. Ding, 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 ding. And we're going to go to right here. Oh yeah, guys, on my Galactic Graves channel, I just uploaded a video. I've been working on a couple of days. It's got to do with the Chinese 1 megawatt power reactor for space, a 1 megawatt space reactor, which they're not saying a lot about. So it took me a lot of time to do a comprehensive report on something nobody's talking about. So check out Galactic Graves tomorrow. I will probably have it premiering around 3 or 4. Just keep an eye out. You'll see what I come up with. Brother Norb, how you doing? Holy moly, Greg. Holy moly to you. 23 and a half hours. Yeah, I got up about 4 a.m. this morning, yesterday morning now. I've not been to bed yet. I had been farmer's market. I had things to do. It's been a busy day. And I was up, I only slept about 3 hours the night before because I was getting this presentation together. And I still wasn't working on it longer today. And I wanted to post it tonight. I just couldn't get it done fast enough, guys. Some of these channels put out like, Alaska Pepper, he put out 3 videos a day, and they're all highly edited. So how's it do it? Well, he's got a ton of views. He can afford to be full-time on YouTube. Me, not so much so. I actually went to the farmer's market today. So been a busy day for me. Stan, how you doing? Elbor Millery, yeah, okay. So Brother Norb, Apple Juice. That's a good name, Apple Juice. Good morning, good to see you. Sergeant Slide Dog, good to see you here, Northwest Ohio, Semper Fi, folks. All right, guys, appreciate it there. All right, let's kind of talk about this stuff. What's going on in Ukraine? Now, see, there's a kind of an enigma about this whole thing. Russia never declared officially a war. They declared a special operation. So it's kind of tied to their hands, apparently. I mean, I've always said if they had a war of attrition, if Russia was committed to it, they could win. But there's a lot of questions about that. Are they committed to it? Hey there, cowgirl. Good to see you. How's everything going there in Arizona? Are you still down and around? You still in southern Arizona? Checking in from Kentucky. All right, Jason, good to see you here. All right, guys, them orcs really run fast. Yeah, they are in a fast retreat right now. What's happened is this. This first article I got here really tells the deal. So what happened is the Ukrainians went in and took a major rail hub. They took this major rail hub near Kharkiv, and it's the Russians use rail to supply all their troops and all their ammo and all their artillery shells. Rail has been their main way of keeping all this stuff going. And so when the Ukrainians took this rail hub, it basically cut a lot of troops off from their logistics, from their supplies, and they're being cut off. They didn't want to hang around because they're already getting hammered pretty bad. So a lot of them had just taken off and to the hinterlands. So they had a major rout basically because of that. Because they lost their supplies. The supply lines were gone. And here's another article talking about it. And so Russia's defense minister, in his kindly sort of way, he announced Saturday that they were pulling back troops from 2 areas in Ukraine's eastern Kharkiv region where the Ukrainian counteroffensive was made very significant advances. Yeah, they took what, 2,500 square kilometers, whatever it is, square miles. So they took a lot of area. But the Russian says that the Russian army these days is demonstrating the best that it can do. And no, that's Vladimir Zelensky saying that. Pardon me. But anyway, basically, Russia just kind of says, hey, we're going to concentrate and help Donbass. So we're going to kind of back out of this area so we can focus more. And our top areas of priority, those got a good excuse for being so charitable, right? Oops, I didn't mean to stop the share. I was trying to change tabs and go back to the share screen again. Yeah. Problem is that my app that I'm using here, Zoom, fights me. It puts its overlay straight at the top. I have to move it. I can move it around some, but it puts it right over the tabs of my engine. Okay, here's Kharkiv. You can see that this goes into Belgorod. This is the area that inside of Russia that you've seen a lot of attacks on from Ukraine. A lot of special forces type attacks have hit a lot of facilities in Belgorod. But Kharkiv is right here. You can see this is a very central transportation hub. These are roads, but it's a very important hub city right here. The Russians had took it early on, but now it's areas around, at least major areas, have fallen. A lot of their rail heads are gone and the rail hubs. So the Russians just couldn't support the troops out here, and so a lot of them just backed off. They were getting out of Dodge where the getting was good. And so if you look at what's going on here, all these little flags represent areas where the Ukrainians went in and took property, took land back from, see, funny little things I got there, took land back from the Russians. So basically these areas have fallen back in Ukrainian control, and they're hoisting flags all over the place. So they made a major advance. Now that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to really win in the long run. It depends on two things. Will Russia declare war, and will they do they have the resolve to win? And those are two questions that I don't have an answer to right now. I was prepared earlier to do articles about what there's a lot of stuff been published lately about would Putin actually use tactical nukes. That's still not out of the question because he's losing bad. It's going to cost him. Air defense is active down here. Look at all these bombings. Now these are coming from both sides, guys. And this is mainly Russian bombing here. Russian army shelled areas along the contact line. So the Russians are trying here to stop the advance of the Ukrainians by shelling the heck out of the forces there. That's what's happening. All right, so I just lost it. Anyway, there's Kharkiv again. So now here's the bad news. So let's see, the mud season is coming. That's what's called Rasputsa. Okay, Thomas. So that's what everybody's saying here. Steely Dan. Hey, Steely, I hadn't gone there, man. I hadn't gone there. I'm still a pure blood. Russia's trying to defend the country. Well, they're probably going to really stick to Donbass, I mean, if nothing else. But they never really took all of Donbass. They got most of it. But so this is kind of an interesting situation here. Ukraine had been focusing on those rear ammo dumps and the transportation hubs. I guess it got to collapse. But wait, let's go back here. This is something I'm worried about right here. Ukraine is considering shutting down the sole remaining reactor at Zaporizhia. Basically, what's happened is the switching gear that switches into other coal fire plant area has been shelled and destroyed. There's no backup power for the last remaining unit run at Zaporizhia. So there's a lot of concern now about that. Guys, they only got 10 days of fuel to run the backup generators. This article don't tell you a lot. It's got some things wrong here because a nuclear plant does not run off their own power. It's got to have an outside plant to start it up. So there's a lot of stuff in this article that's not right. So I'm not going to read this plant. They do reference here a coal-powered plant, but what the article's authors don't realize is The reason that the officials are talking about that is this is what's required to get the nuke plants going, guys. Nuclear plants have to be black started by another plant of some type, coal or hydro or something's got to get them started up. They don't start themselves up, and they don't even take their own power to operate from. So these plants are really interesting in that regard. But the scary thing is the spent fuel rod pools, the reactors somewhat, but mainly I'm more worried about spent fuel rod pools because they're not in a containment building, and they got to keep that fresh water on them. And so you got to be able to pump it. Well, what are they going to pump it with? The town's lost power there. Plant workers have no electricity in their homes, and they're all under shelling risk. So there's a high stress there. The workers are liable to make mistakes, are tired, fatigued, and now they got no backup power. This ain't good, guys. We could have a problem at Zaporizhia. And of course, we got some people in NATO saying that if we get hit by radiation at Zaporizhia, it's Article 5. That's crazy. It's all crazy. Everything about this whole thing is crazy. Hey, how you doing there, Katie? Good to see you. Hey, Granny Atlanta. All right. Now, there were some lawmakers from Vladimir's hometown of St. Petersburg. A bunch of them called for his removal. Well, now they've been summoned to the police, so they should have known they were being a little bold with that. But that's not the end of it. There was, of course, there's a anarchists are saying there's going to be a full-fledged revolt. Well, that's what anarchists would say. There was an article I tried to pull up here to show you guys, but it's from Express, a British news site that loads 20 zillion different ads. If you think these ads are something, no, these are a picnic. That if I open Express, it almost crashes my computer. Would say it eats memory so fast and don't stop. It just keeps loading, keeps loading, keeps loading. As long as you keep that side of it, but it just keeps going. It eats memory like nonstop. It's like the machines the Krell had in Forbidden Planet. There's no end to the energy it will take to accomplish its needs, which is to annoy the heck out of you with ads. It's insane. That's Express. That's a British news site, but are bad about that. That's kind of sad because some of the articles have good content. So anyway, all right. Few days, Stan Cowgirl. Okay, there, Granny. All right, so let's see here. Other news are nugs, guys. I think this is in violation of our rights of self-privacy, and that the government should have to have a warrant to track stuff like this. But they are coming in now. Anything that's digital, they're going to get. They're going to take all your privacy. That's what they're aiming for. That's what the deep state wants. That's just why. Oh yeah, guys, my last video I posted was demonetized, and I'm not even sure. Somebody said Sierra Star put some donations in. I didn't see it scroll across the screen. If some of you other mods have seen it, let me know. But the total credit I got from that video was about $10.38. Which seems a bit shy because I know I got several super chats in there, but I don't think anything Sierra Star put in went through because I never saw it. Hey, we got Pickaxe Prepper in the house. How you doing, Pickaxe? So, guys, we are in kind of a hurt here on this platform. There are other people out here who come here and say the same stuff I'm saying, and they don't get squashed as much. I got tons of people saying you never get notifications. I think the difference is I'm the one guy who don't just say, well, we just buy more beans and rice. Well, I tell you to do that because you should, but I go a step further. I started the Freedom Restoration Foundation. I started a tribe movement. Fortunately, Wise Owls come in and created a website for that out of our own pocket. So we're actually here trying to come up with things to help you with. And occasionally, when some of these other people out there are talking about something going to get you, a bad doom and gloom thing, I look at it. If I don't agree with it, I tell you guys. That's why I went after Steve Bannon. That's why I went after Ben Davison at Suspicious Observer and Doug Vogt and some of those guys. It needs to be credible. There's plenty to worry about. We don't need to make up bogus stuff to worry about. The world's crazy enough. We don't need to amp it up with a bunch of three-ring circus ballyhooing, if you know what I mean. So I try to be real. I try to be credible. I do my level best at it. And but don't mean I won't look at something. Somebody brings up something new. It's like, okay, what is this? I'll spend a little time looking at it, digging into it, and then trying to figure out how does it fit with everything else. And then that's when I start saying, no, that don't fit, this don't fit, that don't fit. And then, it's BS. You find enough of that, especially when you find direct proof that countermands some of these claims, then you know that it's BS. Okay, guys. So let's look over here. We'll get, but guys, here we are. This is, through your digital means, they're going to track you. This is what this is saying. If they can track this, they'll track anything else. And it's not good. Big Army salute. Well, pickaxe. Thank you. You can tell me saluting there. Yes, sir. Troy. Yep. There you go, Troy. And Nicholas Firachi. I don't know if I can't say that right. So pickaxe, you were in the Army? Is that it? I was in the Army. Alrighty, guys. So yeah, guys, they're going to be tracking us for all kind of stuff. But this is kind of scary. This is the kind of stuff that you buy online and things like that. And it's not just a nug. They're going to be tracking if you buy a magazine, if you buy kibbles to feed your nugs, whatever you're buying related to a nug, they're going to put it on the list. Of course, they're tracking everything. If they can track this, they can track everything. Crazy. I really, well, I don't say too much. I mean, if I just sit here and tell you what's in the news, I don't know what's going to happen. Because, like I said, I got demonetized in the last video. So let's look at weather here real quick. Things aren't looking too bad. Kind of cool around here. San Jose, 68. Los Angeles is only 73. Phoenix, 84, not even 100. Of course, it is night. Let's look at Sunday at 3 p.m. See what we're going to have Sunday. Across the country. Bang, it's 3 p.m. my time. Well, I got rain. It's supposed to rain a lot in my area tomorrow. All right, Los Angeles on the 82. Phoenix is 98, but it's not 100. Not 100. Dallas is 88. I don't know. I hear this guy from up here talking about the heat dome and everybody baking. He's been talking about it for several days. Now, maybe I'm missing something. Is this wrong? Guys, are these data points wrong? Is this application here way the heck off? I mean, every time I've got somebody in the area, they seem to confirm the temperatures we're looking at. It always matches what I'm looking at, but ain't what I'm hearing from some people. Maybe I'm hearing them wrong. I don't know. Maybe, and I am deaf in one ear and I can't hear out the other, so I'll confess that much. Tampa's 84. Look, we got some storms down here. We have sucking wind through and blowing it out like some kind of electrostatic wind accelerator. Holy, well, I can smoke all the guys. Ion wind. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about ion rocket engines too in this video I just posted. Got a nice little gyro up to the northeast of you there, Katie. That's that tropical storm that went up there. Except this hurricane died down out here. All right, well, I don't know, guys. Let's look at some rain. I ain't want to stay in here all night, guys. Thunderstorms. No. Okay, wow. Looky here. My area in Arizona getting some rain. It looks like, let's look at rain accumulation. Boing. Well, thunderstorms. Well, look up here at Green Bay. They're getting hammered in Green Bay. Green Bay have a football game today. Is the Green Bay Packers packing or getting packed? Oh, they're professional team. Excuse me. They'll be playing tomorrow, I suppose. 22 years. Okay, pickaxe. 22 years. What was your grade when you got out? Army Aviation, UH-1 and UH-60. Yeah, man, I slung a load of UH-1, and I've definitely. I actually worked a little bit on UH-60s for a company called Westwind. It's a fun time. It's going to get 43 here tonight. We 56 in Cholo. All right, Phil Brown. 56. Yeah, that's getting kind of cool. I think it's going to get down to 50 something here Monday, either Sunday or Monday night. We're going to get down to the 50s. Praying for rain. Technically it's still summertime to the 22nd, and that's when fall kicks in. We get the equinox. Right now, day is longer than night. Astronomically speaking, we're still in the summertime. Well, let's look at the next 10 days. A lot of rain down here in the Gulf and off the coast, Florida. California getting a little bit. They've been so dry for so long. Here in Utah, Nevada getting rain. A little bit in Arizona. Well, Seattle's getting rain, a little bit of Oregon. They're still pretty dry up in here. Maybe some of the drought will get a relief out there, but it's a little too late for growing season. Stuff is either made already or it's not going to make. That's just it. You know, if Vladimir Putin and Zelensky were to hug and kiss tomorrow or 2 minutes from now and declare peace and shake hands and declare everything over and go off and have a picnic, I'll tell you what, the world's still messed up. The food supply situation has been wrecked because all the harvest is set already. There ain't nothing else we can do about it now for this year. And it's going to be pitiful. Food prices will go up. We're going to have a lot of problems. Madam Gross, almost 70 here in Booger Town. Remember Bargain Town? If you want bargains, let's see how that song go. Bargain Town, USA. Oh, I can't remember that song. That's from the early 60s. Bargain Town. Stan, how you doing? 59 and clear in southwest Idaho. Smoky. Oh, Granny. Well, maybe that smoke will get washed out. Looks like you got some rain coming the next 10 days. I guess that's smoke from some fires out in the west. All right. Kevin Sawyer. Hey, Arizona, why don't you go my way with band? Okay. Talking to Cowgirl. Excuse me, guys. Lack of sleep's getting to me here. Let's go to some other apps. I don't want to stay on this one too long. I don't see anybody in another country in here. All right, guys, earthquakes. We got one up here in Kansas. Got one back here in over California. Puerto Rico's always rocking. Always. Nothing back here in West Texas. That's unusual. Aleutians. Now we had a 7.7 down here. This guy's New Papua New Guinea. That big circle. If I just click on the big circle, actually 7.6. Kainantu. Kainantu. I don't know how they say that. That was a biggie. Trying to pick the outer circle. Let me get it. Let's just scroll in. Got a pretty good size one down here. All right. There we go. It's a 6.0. Krakatoa's right here, guys. That's a pretty good size. About 5, maybe 5.4. All right, let's go to space weather. Not a lot of real big spots on the sun facing us, at least, but there's a huge one on the other side. Let's hope it dies down before it comes back around. Troy, I wish we could really talk. What are you going to talk about, Troy? Everything is not what it seems. I'm not saying this. Just telling you what's in the reports. Yeah, there's hey, listen, Troy, if you've ever heard me, I tell you that there's all kind of propaganda on what the stuff was I just covered from both sides. It's real heavy. So it's hard to believe any of it. Lots of propaganda. Both sides put out heavy propaganda. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Discord. I tried to set Discord up one time and it really flubbed. It didn't work. Anyway, we're gonna be setting up Element to use for guys who are working with the Freedom Restoration Foundation. So Element will be a way that we can communicate. It's far more secure than anything else out there, guys. It's going to be like a social media almost, really secure. So just hang on for that. We're going to be bringing more applications to you. Hey, I bring you stuff that a lot of the preppers don't do, guys. And maybe that's why I'm being stomped on so hard in the algorithms and such. I need your help. Give me a thumbs up make comments on my video, share my video. So we only got 75 in the room because I come here so late tonight. I might should have saved this video for tomorrow, but it'll be old news tomorrow. My son, you mean your son, loves soccer, but he says it's football from the UK. Yeah, in the UK they call it football. Poor UK guys. Madam, kind of like going to visit the sun. Just go at night. There you go, Madam. The way you win is you don't pick a side. There you go. Don't get involved. Well, sometimes I tell you what though, when it comes to stuff, oh, I didn't mean to kill that blink. Dadgummit. I tried to click on it, I hit the X. When these tabs get so small, sometimes it's hard. What I was just talking about, what they're tracking with their nugs. You know, guys, I can't abide by a group that's what they push all the time. That just frosts me. You know, when they're after our freedoms, so they're really hitting two freedoms: our right of privacy and the freedom to bear. You know what? That's a double whammy. That's unconstitutional as can be up one side and down the other. So yeah, we're in a pickle, guys. We're in a pickle, and they're trying to pass this. Go to stopthewho.com, guys. Make sure you go there. All right, I'm gonna stop this video share here, guys. What? It's late. I've been up late. Been a long day for me. I still got some stuff to do. I'm not ready to go to bed just yet. The moon is in my area moving strange ways. This looks strange. It just goes across the sky. It's got an arc. Got an arc. Doug is rug. Lordy, 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 guys. Been a long day. Well, it got a little cooler day, so I let my hair down. Beginning to get a little bit, right? I heard the Jamaican talk to NASA. What? What Jamaican? I don't know what you're talking about there, Matterman. Give me some, enlighten me some more. Jamaican talk to NASA. Alrighty, guys. Been a long day for me. Moon doesn't move. Well, it does, but very slowly. The Earth rotates once every 24 hours. It takes the moon 28 days to get around the Earth. And it rotates once every 28 days. And because of that, one side's phase locked toward the Earth. I only sleep on my nug. Hey, it's still. Amen. I keep mine close by. Yeah, you can't show too much in this video, but see where that hook, you know what that goes on? Yeah, I gotta be careful here. Pickles. No, only faith. Pickles? What? It's scary when the Jamaican goes off. What are we talking about? The Jamaican? What are we talking about? Guys, I don't know what you're talking about, guys. I love your hat. Okay, well, thank you. Appreciate it. I got several hats. This is one I try to keep in pretty good shape. You know, this is one of my show hats here because it's got the Space Force logo on it. I got a different hat I wear at the farmer's market. It's a little cleaner than this one. And the one I wear banging around outside, you see me in my earliest videos, that hat's old and it's pretty beat up. Where is it at? Ran away from me. I gotta go hunt it down. Now I got a zillion hats. Public Cowboy in Arizona. We have had rain almost every day here in Whetstone for a month. Wow. You can plant anything in that kind of rain. 9 sunflowers. Wow. I'll start growing trees in some of that desert out there. I'll get them juniper bushes going to get ginormous up in Snowflake. Start growing. One time they had big juniper bushes and they cut them because they were trying to run the natives out of the area. That's just sad. I love your knowledge you share. Well, thank you, Troy. The SS named her Bob Marley. Madman, I don't know what you're talking about. You know it is true the way they come after you. Oh yeah, exactly. You know I'm hitting a nerve. You know I'm hitting a nerve. Russians paying possum. Well, they might be, but just giving up territory is kind of rough. But you know they lost a major transportation. Oh yeah, let's finish that discussion about Russia. See, there's an enigma there. Putin never declared a WAR. He just declared a special operations. Yeah, Russia's got, 700, 800,000 troops. They could, if they had a declared WAR, draft and pull in a lot more. Russia's a much bigger country than Ukraine. They got more reserves, deeper pockets. In a war of attrition, if it's a fully committed war from Russia, Russia could win. But it's really occurring to me, if you remember before the war, part of Russia's Vladimir's justification for going in was to reunite Ukraine with Russia on the basis that Ukraine was not a real nation, it's an artificial nation, because we're all one people, we're all one and the same. Ukrainians and Russians were all the same people. Now, some of you may think that's odd, but in a sense, Russia actually started in Kiev. It was called Kiev Rus originally. That is where the Russia got started. And it kind of broke apart, eventually over time and became different. But that's kind of how it started. So, and there's always been close ties between Ukrainians and Russians. I spent some time in Russia. One of my favorite trips I ever made was the one I made to Moscow in March of 2010. But and I had a Russian girl trying to introduce me to a Ukrainian girl. Russian girl was married. She wanted me to date and marry this Ukrainian girl, but I wasn't interested in her. But there's some lovely ladies over there. I'll have to give you that credit, guys. But I enjoyed the area where get signs and hold them up instead of saying words. There's an idea. Get some flashcards. All right. So here's what I think it is. Because there's a lot of, there's been intermarriage and stuff like that. There are a lot of Russians who do have a soft spot for Ukraine. Now, to tell somebody, hey, I love you, we're the same, but I can't let you go. And, if you try to get home, I'll beat the snot out of you. That's kind of like an abusive ex-husband or somebody who beats his wife. That's kind of how I felt with Putin in Ukraine. It seemed like he was beating his wife, kind of a thing. This invasion. That's putting it kind of mildly. I don't know. Some of you think, well, he was just in there taking care of the Swab crowd. He's part of the Swab crowd. He's just playing possum on that too, guys. Because he and Klaus Schwab were pretty close at one time. I got video. I've seen plenty of video of them talking to each other. They told just like, just right before the invasion, a few months before the invasion. So that's why I ask you guys if we're being played by the whole thing. Because if you think about it, this invasion plays right into the great set of Reed, you know what I mean? Perfectly. Because they need to smash the economy. They need to have that button, you know what I mean? The set of Reed. They got to smash the economy to do it. And this has been a brilliant stroke for smashing the economy. Yeah, Russian homeland. It is, Scott. It is. It was originally. They've kind of evolved in different directions. And after these events, they're not going to be lovey-dovey for a long time to come. That's for sure. So, Cuban nurse Pepper, Marie, okay. That's good. Same people 2,000 years ago. Well, it was more recent than that. I would say than the age of the Vikings, but maybe up to even 1,200 years ago. Yeah, maybe even 1,400. Yeah, maybe up to 1,200 AD, maybe possibly 1,400 AD. Probably they're pretty much the same people. But that's been hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Think how much America's changed in 250 years. It changed a lot. Several generations. Places change. So, flashcards. That's an idea. Flashcards of pictures. Yeah, the pictures might get me in trouble though. But AI ain't too good at reading some things in video. I don't know. I think it's getting smarter though. U860 has many rotating parts, beats air in the submission for lift. Yeah. Sure enough, I rode in one of those once upon a time, a UH1. No, UH1, I rode in the UH1, not a UH60. But I've actually worked on the UH60, so followed around all inside of one, the avionics and stuff. Once upon a time, before I started the job I'm on now, good and evil, different players. Yep. But they sometimes they play the ends against the middle. You need a good cop, bad cop scenario sometimes. And I'm just wondering if we're being played. I'm not saying we are, but guys, there's some odd things about the whole picture. Odd things about the whole picture, guys. But but I do think that Putin has a hard time selling his nation on the idea to do a full-out attack on Ukraine. I think that's what's kept him back, is that it just don't sit well with the Russian people to do something like that because of the closeness they actually did have. I was in that. They got a big pavilion, outdoor pavilion, mallish kind of place in Moscow. That's up next, just past their space museum. I mean, you can walk all darn day in this area. And I've showed you. You've probably seen a picture of me standing underneath the Soyuz rocket there. I don't know if I've seen that on this channel or not, but yeah, they got a big building. And I guess that's what they call it. They got a big building there for Ukraine. I mean, they had a building for every state in the Soviet Union, basically, all around this place. It was a beautiful thing to walk around. But Ukraine was pretty close to them in some ways. But it's kind of like that abusive husband that just couldn't let somebody go, or abusive boyfriend and just got to squeeze that woman till she cracks. I don't know. Could be wrong, but it just seems like that to me. That he comes out and makes that speech about how we're one people, and then he invades them. Of course, in this invasion, he claimed that he was just going in to liberate them, to free them of Nazis. Of course, they use the Azov battalion as an excuse for that. That's one little group out of a National Guard, not the Army, but the National Guard in Ukraine. So to say that goes across everywhere, probably not. Probably not. Hey, Ukraine had a lot of corruption. I don't deny that. They had a lot of corruption. Zelensky supposedly ran to stomp the corruption down. But, hey, he was favored by the powers that be, so probably that was a farce too. But Putin's army has got a lot of corruption. That's why they're having issues with a lot of their equipment. There's a lot of corruption in these big bureaucratic organizations. You'll find the same thing in China's army. You get it on our side too, guys. We got a lot of corruption all around. These big bloated bureaucracies just get corrupt. That's all there is to it. Jesse, how you doing? We've been sold out. Yeah, Troy, that looks pretty dead on. 59 prime number. Oh, we got 59 lights, 90 in the room. Get some more thumbs up, guys. Get some more thumbs up. What did Matterman say here? Just found 6 perfect, 6 coming convex lenses in the dump. All right. Well, hey, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And it can be a good treasure too. Make a telescope. That sounds good, Matterman. Sounds like you're gonna have some fun. You gotta get them out the right distance, maybe have a little slide so you can focus. All right, guys. I've been up now for 21 hours, a little over 21 hours. And I got some other stuff to do before I crash. So I think it's time. I just want to come in and talk about this stuff a little bit, kind of give you a heads up. I've been working, you know, I've had my farmer's market today. I got up real early, came back, unpacked. We did a little worm harvesting today. I had to run some errands. Uh, I'm beat. But I was up late last night. I mean, I got up early, I was up late. You know, I was up till, I got up at 4. I was up past 1 before I got up, working on this presentation that I made today. It's a PowerPoint presentation. And I worked on it some more today, changed things around. But it's on the Chinese. Look, China is building a 1 megawatt space nuclear reactor, guys. 1 megawatt, 10 times more powerful than the International Space Station. Say what? Why are they doing that, guys? Tell you, from space you can rule Earth. Spaceship from the moon. Spaceship from the moon, guys. I always forgot thumbs up. Well, thank you for thinking about it now. Throw me the thumbs up, guys. So I'm gonna cover first the reactor on galactic grids, and I'll come back later and do another video on why they can dominate space on the moon, why they could actually rule Earth on the moon. So why, and that's a good reason. You don't want them to be up there on the moon by themselves, claiming it exclusively for themselves. We've got to be there. You heard anything about if PR going on strike? Is that railroad or RR? I've heard that there could be a railroad strike and it costs like $2 billion a day and something. I don't know. I haven't got a lot of detail on that. I've seen it, but I'm not dug into it. You know, I got you. Hey, Tricia, what's up? Susie Q, oh my word. Tim, how you doing, Tim? I missed most again. Did get the 3-point to your tractor off what? Did get the 3-point on your tractor off subject. Sure. I got to get some gas in my tractor. I just charged it up, battery up. I got 2 tractors now. One of them I got to get back in the shop, but my mechanic fell and broke his arm. So he's not going to be able to do too much. I got a really good tractor mechanic. He's a good guy. He's an old guy. Boy, he's good, but he is getting old. He's got some issues. Bless his heart. Hey, it's a corn moon. There we go. 9:10. Corn moon. All righty, guys. Yeah, it's corn harvesting time. They're starting to harvest corn around here. The fields where they fertilized did well. We got tons of rain. There's fields they didn't fertilize. They ain't got jack in them, man. So the ones that fertilize, they put a lot of money in. They got to get some money back out of it. The other fields ain't got nothing. But I think if you're harvesting corn, that corn, you're gonna be in high cotton, as we used to say here in the South. You're gonna be doing pretty good. High cotton. People like, farmers loved high cotton because they didn't have to bend over as far to pick it. It was easier to pick. Easy pickings. Yeah, it goes back to cotton too. Picking. Yeah, you used to have a lot of cotton expressions. All right, John, appreciate it. That would be bad if they do. Yeah, okay. Tractors with front buckets. There you go, still. Hey guys, we got to call it a night here. I want to thank everybody for joining. Thank everybody for watching. Give me some thumbs up. I hope they don't demonetize this video. But if y'all see Sierra Star in another room, tell her to email me. Somebody told me she put stuff on my Greg's network on Lee's Out, KLW World News. I went and looked at it. I didn't see nothing. It was blank. Maybe there's something wrong with my phone looking at it. I couldn't see her stuff. I'll talk to Cowboy Roy Rogers about it later. I figure what's going on. Yeah, I probably called it corn moon for the harvest. Guess who has fertilizer? Hey, I do. Worm castings. I'm running worms, guys. We're selling worms. Come back and check it out, guys. Ringgregs.com. Get you some worms. My garden is just now producing daily. All right, not bad for being a month behind. There you go. Well, we're about to get short days again soon. I did not sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I heard that all my life. All right, guys. Good night. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. And pray for your friends and family. Hug your friends and family. Tell them you love them.